Hi, everybody. Dr. Lonna Denny, Bulletproof Babes. Welcome to another episode of Ask Dr. Lonna. People write in their security questions and concerns. This week's a really good one, and especially if you travel. It is from Jenna, who writes, Hi, Dr. Lonna. I just took a new job that is going to have me traveling a lot for work. Are there any tips you can give me about staying safe in hotels or in Airbnbs because I am going to be alone? Thanks for your advice, Jenna. Jenna, that's a really important question. And yes, I also have to travel a lot, and sometimes I'm alone too. So let me give you six quick safety tips. First of all, have your company book a hotel, not an Airbnb. For solo traveler, a hotel is so much safer because there's more people around. Most hotels have security teams, there's cameras everywhere. At Airbnb, you never know what you're going to get. And as a matter of fact, I'll tell you a real life horror story at the end of this video. Second of all, when you check in, a properly trained hotel staff will never say your room number, and that's for your security. So they slide that key across, and then just take a second, look around. Is there anybody who's paying a lot of attention to you? Maybe they're looking at you hard. If that were me, I would not go up to my hotel room then. I would just hang out in the lobby and play on my phone or do whatever until I could see what this person's deal was. But let's just say the coast is clear. Now I go up to my hotel room. Now, and this is what I always do, even before I open the door. Where is the emergency exit? That's going to be the stairwell that is fire resistant. And if there is ever a fire in that hotel, the smoke rises, you're going to be on the ground and you can't see anything. You want to know, oh my God, okay, it's five doors down, and then there's the stairwell. Like you want to know where that is. Okay, next, you're going to put your key in that hotel room door. Make sure that there is nobody within 25 feet of you. I never open my hotel room door if there's people in the hallway who are closer than 25 feet. That is the number one way people get assaulted or robbed in a hotel is a push in from behind into their hotel room. So if you see somebody lingering about or they look like they're looking for your room, just step away from your own door so they don't know that's your hotel room. Pretend that you're on your phone or you're doing something else. Do not open your room when there's somebody close. Okay, now you get into your hotel room and then you want to secure that hotel room. And first thing to do is, how you have that peephole in the door and you can see out who's there. Well, guess what? People can see through that peephole on the other side too and look at you. So I always cover that. And then there's a lot of things you can buy online to secure your hotel room door. But I like this, a $3 door stopper from a hardware store. It takes up no room in my luggage. It's super light and I can slide it right underneath that door. And then at night, when I go to bed, I always jam a chair underneath the door handle of the hotel room. And if that doesn't work, like say the chair is just the wrong dimensions, I'll slide a table or something in front of the door. So it's not so much to block it, but it's going to make a lot of racket if somebody tries to get in that door. Because let me tell you, that there's I don't know how many people are going to have the key to your hotel room, but a lot. Just think about it. There's master keys going around for all the house cleaners, for the engineering department, maintenance department. There's so many people who can get in your hotel room. And don't think that little slide bolt, that extra lock at the top is going to help you one little bit. I had a security guy show me how to pop one of those with a credit card, and it came right open. So anybody can enter your hotel room. The next thing I do actually is I also walk around, I do a perimeter check. Now, I like to stay high up. I never stay on the ground floor. But if you're on the ground floor, you want to make sure those windows are closed and locked. Many times I'll stay, say, in Honolulu, and there'll be like a little patio out there. Okay, I'll go on the patio, and can the adjacent rooms access my patio? A lot of times they can't. Well, then at night, I'm keeping that glass door shut and locked. Okay, the last thing is never answer your hotel room door for somebody that you are not expecting. And so if I just order room service and 20 minutes later, the guy's saying room service, and I can look out that peephole and I see the guy's out there with a food cart, yeah, I'll open the door. But I've had housekeeping, engineering, maintenance. If they knock on the door, no, I never open the door. And there's a great story about a woman who saved her own life because a guy claiming to be maintenance knocked on her hotel room door. And he said, You got to let me in. There's a leak in your bathroom. It's coming into the room downstairs. And She said, okay, let me just check with the front desk. And he started getting really insistent. And at that point in time, she jammed a chair up underneath the door handle and then called the front desk. They knew nothing about it and she knew it was a scam. And then she immediately hung up and called 911 and told the guy on the yelled through the door that she's calling 911. He took off. But when the police came, they told her that over the past 6 months, two women have literally just disappeared from that hotel. That was a hotel in Washington, D.C. So she did all the right things and she literally saved her life. Now, that Airbnb story, much sadder situation. I had a patient come see me. It was quite a few years ago. When she came in, she was not working. She was out on disability for anxiety and depression. And I came to her, hear her story. She didn't see me for mental health. I'm not a mental health professional. She came to see me for physical pain. But what had happened is that her company had sent her away on a business trip. It was going to be a number of days, like 10 days, and they put her up in an Airbnb. And immediately when she got out of the taxi, this guy started hassling her on the street, really persistent, trying to get her number to the point where somebody walking by had to kind of intervene on her behalf. And she got out of there. She went into her Airbnb, but he saw where she went into. The next day, she leaves for her work, where she's going on her work assignment, and she never checked her windows. And he entered through an unlocked window and was in there waiting for her when she got back from work that night. And he sexually assaulted her, he beat her, he choked her. I mean, and her life ended basically upside down. She had to quit work. The police weren't that much of a help. They were very cold. I don't want to say what city this is in for her privacy. Um, and it was just a horrible situation that turned her life upside down, and she hadn't worked since. And I don't want that to ever be you. So please take these tips to heart, Jenna. I hope that helps. And if you'd like your questions answered, put a link in the comments where you can submit your questions, and I'll see you soon.